Why do 0% of official news sources confirm Billups and Rozier's arrests? In an era where information travels at the speed of light, it's almost unthinkable that a story this explosive could go completely unreported by every major outlet. Yet here we are, with social media ablaze, and not a single credible news organization backing up the claims. It's a situation that leaves fans, analysts, and even casual observers scratching their heads, wondering how such a massive story could exist in a vacuum. In today's hyper-connected world, where even the smallest incidents can become global news within minutes, the total silence from reputable sources is both baffling and suspicious. It raises questions not just about the story itself, but about the way we consume and trust information in the digital age. Why are NBA fans buzzing about a story no one can verify? The rumor mill is churning at full speed, and fans everywhere are glued to their screens, searching for any scrap of information. It's like a digital game of telephone. Each retelling gets wilder, and the truth gets harder to find. The more people talk, the more the story mutates, with new details popping up every hour. Some fans are convinced they've seen proof, while others are desperately trying to debunk the rumors. The uncertainty only adds fuel to the fire, making the story even more irresistible to those hungry for drama. Let's break it down. What's rumor and what's real? Let's get into it. In a world where misinformation can spread faster than the facts, it's more important than ever to separate sensational headlines from actual events. With so many voices shouting over each other online, it's easy to get swept up in the chaos. But if we want to understand what's really happening, we have to take a step back and look at the evidence, or the lack thereof. Let's examine the origins of this story, the so-called evidence, and why it's so easy for these kinds of rumors to spiral out of control. Social media exploded with claims that Chauncey Billups, the Portland Trail Blazers head coach, and Terry Rozier from the Miami Heat were arrested in a massive FBI gambling investigation. The posts were everywhere: Twitter threads, Instagram stories, TikTok videos, and even Facebook groups dedicated to NBA gossip. People were tagging friends, sharing memes, and speculating about what this could mean for the league. The story spread like wildfire, with each new post adding another layer of intrigue. Some users claimed to have inside sources, while others shared doctored images and fake news articles to back up their claims. The sheer volume of content made it nearly impossible to keep track of what was real and what was fabricated. The story? Billups supposedly rigging high-stakes poker games, while Rozier allegedly gave out secret NBA info for illegal betting. The details were juicy: alleged text messages, supposed wiretaps, and even rumors of hidden cameras catching the whole thing on tape. It sounded like the plot of a Hollywood thriller, with high-profile arrests, dramatic FBI raids, and the downfall of two NBA stars. The narrative was so detailed and sensational that it was easy to see why people believed it. There were even fake transcripts of conversations, lists of supposed co-conspirators, and wild theories about how deep the scandal went. Some posts claimed that other players and coaches were involved, hinting at a massive conspiracy that could shake the NBA to its core. Sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? The kind of scandal that would rock the sports world to its core, sending shockwaves through every locker room and front office. Fans imagined the fallout: suspensions, firings, maybe even the end of careers. The drama was irresistible, and the story quickly took on a life of its own. People started speculating about how the league would respond, what punishments would be handed down, and whether this could be the biggest scandal in NBA history. The sheer scale of the alleged conspiracy made it feel like anything was possible, but as the story gained traction, some started to question: where's the proof? Where are the mugshots, the press conferences, the official statements? In a world where even minor incidents get wall-to-wall coverage, the silence was deafening. People began to notice that, despite the frenzy online, there was nothing concrete to back up the claims. No reputable journalists were reporting on the story, and none of the usual insiders had anything to say. The lack of evidence became impossible to ignore, and skepticism started to grow. Here's the twist: there's zero evidence. Not a single photo, not a single document, not even a vague confirmation from anyone in the know. It's as if the story materialized out of thin air, fueled only by speculation and the internet's insatiable appetite for drama. The more people looked for proof, the more obvious it became that there was nothing to find. The story was built on a foundation of rumors, half-truths, and outright fabrications. It was a perfect example of how quickly misinformation can spread when people are eager to believe the worst. No official news, no press release, nothing from the NBA or the FBI. Both organizations are known for responding quickly to scandals, yet neither has said a word. If something this big had really happened, you'd expect a media circus. Reporters camped outside team facilities, breaking news banners on every sports channel, and endless analysis from experts. The silence from both the league and law enforcement was telling. In the past, even minor controversies have triggered immediate responses, so the lack of any official comment was a major red flag. If this really happened, it would be everywhere. Every sports show, every news website, every social media feed would be dominated by the story. Instead, all we have are rumors and speculation, with no hard facts to back them up. The absence of coverage from major outlets is almost as shocking as the allegations themselves. It's a reminder that, in the age of instant news, the lack of information can be just as telling as the presence of it. But that hasn't stopped the rumors from spreading, and fans from freaking out. The NBA community is in a frenzy, with heated debates breaking out online and in real life. Some fans are convinced it's a cover-up, while others are calling it the hoax of the year. The debate is spilled over into podcasts, YouTube videos, and even mainstream sports talk shows, with everyone weighing in on what they think is really happening. The lack of clarity has only made the story more compelling, as people try to fill in the gaps with their own theories and suspicions. This just shows how fast wild stories can take over the internet, especially when NBA stars are involved. In just a few hours, a single tweet can spark a firestorm, and before you know it, millions are talking about something that may not even be true. The speed at which information and misinformation travels today is unprecedented. Social media platforms reward sensationalism, and the more outrageous a story is, the more likely it is to go viral. In the race for clicks and likes, accuracy often takes a backseat to entertainment. In today's digital age, it's easier than ever for misinformation to spread. With AI-generated images, fake screenshots, and viral videos, it can be almost impossible to tell what's real and what's not. That's why it's so important to stay skeptical and do your own research. Technology has made it possible to create incredibly convincing fakes, from doctored photos to deepfake videos that look and sound real. Even seasoned journalists can be fooled, and the average fan has little chance of spotting the difference. The tools that make it easy to share information also make it easy to spread lies. Remember, always check your sources before you believe the hype. Don't let clickbait headlines or viral posts trick you into spreading false information. Take a moment to verify the facts, and don't be afraid to ask questions. In a world where anyone can publish anything, critical thinking is more important than ever. Look for multiple sources, check for official statements, and be wary of stories that seem too good or too bad to be true. The responsibility to stop the spread of misinformation starts with each of us. So what would it mean for the NBA if this was real? Total chaos. The league's reputation would take a massive hit, and the careers of Billups and Rozier could be over in an instant. Sponsors might pull out, fans could lose trust, and the entire season could be thrown into turmoil. The ripple effects would be felt far beyond the two individuals involved. The NBA has worked hard to build its brand as a global leader in sports, and a scandal of this magnitude would threaten everything the league has achieved. The financial impact could be enormous, with millions of dollars at stake in endorsements, ticket sales, and TV contracts. The fallout would be enormous, not just for the players involved, but for the entire NBA ecosystem. Teams, coaches, and even other players would be under intense scrutiny. The league would have to launch a full-scale investigation, and the story would dominate headlines for months. Every decision would be second-guessed, and trust in the league's integrity would be shaken. The NBA's leadership would face tough questions about how such a scandal could happen, and what steps they would take to prevent it in the future. The pressure on everyone involved would be immense, and the consequences could last for years. But for now, it's just a crazy rumor. The games go on, the players keep playing, and the league continues, as usual. Until there's real evidence, that's all this is, a wild story with no foundation. The NBA has weathered scandals before, but nothing on this scale. For now, fans can breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that their favorite teams and players are still on the court, and the season is moving forward as planned. But the incident serves as a reminder of how quickly things can change, and how important it is to stay vigilant. Still, it makes you wonder, how vulnerable is the NBA to scandals like this? Could something like this ever really happen? Or is it just the product of overactive imaginations and the internet's love for drama? The league has strict rules and oversight, but no system is perfect. As technology evolves and the stakes get higher, the potential for real scandals grows. The NBA, like all major sports leagues, must constantly adapt to new threats, from gambling to cybercrime to social media manipulation. The line between fact and fiction is blurrier than ever, and the league's reputation depends on its ability to respond quickly and transparently to any crisis. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA updates. We want to hear what you think. Could a scandal of this scale ever rock the NBA, or is it all just smoke and mirrors? Stay tuned for more deep dives into the wild world of basketball. And remember, in a world where rumors can become headlines overnight, it's up to all of us to keep searching for the truth, no matter how wild the story may seem.